I was asked in my workshop yesterday if I could demonstrate more effectively just how I work with gesso, how I create the peaks and valleys that I like to have on my surface. I try to avoid a completely smooth surface and just nothing dramatic, but just some irregularities on the surface that are fun to play with. So I'm going to do a quick demo with a color gesso so you can see it. This is Holbein, a gesso that I've got from Opus, and it's really nice. It's very, very heavy and well colored. And I'm using a foam roller, inexpensive Canadian Tire, Home Depot foam roller that I keep moist by keeping it in a plastic glove. And I have a black one, a white one, and a colored one on the go all the time. So I'm always doing this, gessoing over my demos from the week, reusing my panels and so on. You see how nice and thick that is. So how I do it, I apply it and cover the canvas with it. It's fairly aggressive. I'm putting pressure on this thing to distribute it well over the canvas. This is a inexpensive canvas board on MDF. Then I take a little bit more, and this time, after I distribute it, I just take the roller and I hold the roller really, really lightly, like really, really gentle with my fingers. I don't know if that is showing up well or not, but very, very lightly, and just letting the roller. I'm just directing it. I'm letting the roller do its thing, just moving it along the surface. And that's it. Nothing fancy, but it's that last very, very light drag across that allows these little ups and downs to be created. And then once I've done that, I will have a surface that I can do what I call tickling on. I guess it's more correctly called thumbling, but I would take a fairly flat brush. This is an Opus Legato brush, fairly flat. Take some paint that's not too wet, and I can just go down and just walk it across, and I create this, again, what I call a tickling effect. And I can slowly build up a variety of colors that have a different effect than if I was just cover them in with a really, really heavy paint. And I can take some of that. Let's grab a little yellow, try that with it. This is not dry, so it's not going to work very well. But you can see how I'm getting an optical mixing effect with that, moving towards the orange. Let's add a touch of green. So this is a phthalo green, and again, this is dry down here, so I can probably use it. And now I'm starting to build, and it's kind of a serendipitous. Then I can come in, and have some clear dark with it, and then I can come over top of that and just change it. Again, it's not dry, but just lightly dragging the brush, holding the brush flat up against the surface is what I'm trying to create. Anyhow, hope that helps.